Right, I'm just letting people gather and join the live stream. You know, this was a bit of a random live stream, just an idea I had. Doing a live stream about a particular radio and just talking about that. I mean, you can put whatever you want in the comments, but features, what we like about it. Yeah, hi Matthew Bamber. Blimey, you were quick on the draw there. So, you know, I've put this photo here, you know, to get people. Yeah, hi Andrew Nicholas. Nicholas, Andy. He sent me the Yaesu FT1D, and I'll be doing a lot of testing on that. And he also sent me free of charge a Yaesu microphone. So very grateful to him. Anyway, we're talking about the Anytone radios, and I'm not very prepared here. I never seen so many people come on as soon as I press the live button. I wasn't expecting that. So I'm just going on my monitor. I'm just going on my own, looking at my own feed so I can see the comments and type stuff back to you. Race Marshal. Yeah, I got an email. I got a message from Race Marshal earlier. Hold on. Turn the volume down because you don't want to hear that. So, yeah, so he was asking me, he's got the Anytone. He was saying, he's not got his licence. He's in the UK. Where are you, Race Marshal? So whereabouts are you, Race Marshal? Blimey, someone said hello to all. I can't say his name. It's P-O-M. We're Spy Freak, yeah. Hello there. Yes, I recognise you from earlier streams. Thank you for joining us. So, no, I just asked Race Marshal, where are you? You know, if you're nearby, I might be able to advise you. New subscriber here. Thanks for the great info, Mark Vinin. Yeah, hi Matthew, M6CEB. Check out Matthew's channel. He's about 50 away from 1,000. M6CEB. Put that in YouTube. Matthew, put your link to your channel, and let's get him over 1,000. You know, so he can start monetizing it and getting it going. Andrew Kinch, I'm 2E0UKH. Andrew is 2E0UKQ, and we got licensed together. And he's always busy with family and stuff, and he's a great fan of amateur radio, but he just ain't got time to do anything. So Alan Taylor, hello. Yeah, put your call sign and your name in the comments so we know who we're talking to. So I was asking Race Marshal where you are. That's all I was asking. Okay, yeah, put your call sign in the comments. Thank you for doing that, a few of you. So we're talking about the Anytone 868, 878 and the 878 Plus. I haven't got any experience of the mobile version, so I can't really comment on that. But I've got the 878 Plus coming. Andrew and Alan Taylor, G0 SMD. You're from Reading, right? Yeah, so Race Marshal, he has got an Anytone, but he doesn't have a call sign because he's new. So can he listen to stuff? That's what he asked me. Well, I mean, but I don't know if I should tell you how. I mean, you've got to have an ID. You've got to have an ID on the radio. First of all, You know, you could make up an ID number. You know, we all know that. Put in any old number, and obviously do not transmit. Andy Lyman, hopefully next week. Okay. Thank you so much for telling me. That's Andy Lyman. He's at Moonraker. It's where I get all my radios. And I thought it might be this week, so I'm a little bit disappointed, but I'm glad he's told me. So, right, so I'm just going to tell you about what I've got in front of me here on the screen. It's a bit, you know, it's a bit of a clickbait type photo. You know, it's all about the Anytone. But while people are coming and joining the chat and the live stream, I just wanted to show you this amazing photo I took on my P900. I mean, is anyone interested in cameras? You know, things that are special like this. You know, I think this is incredible. You know, this was on a Nikon P900. It's got 83 times optical zoom, and I bought it for the channel. Let's move that. I bought it for the channel. So anyway, I need you guys comments in the live stream. So we're talking about the Anytone. So first of all, who's got the Anytone? I mean, if I'm the only one watching it, using the Anytone, it won't go very well, will it? So first of all, who else is using the Anytone 868, 878? Now, I'll keep this post up as long as we don't get any arseholes spoil it. I will, you know, I will post it so you can watch it later and see the comments. But I'm not yet. Right. One person has started us off, Mark Vinin. He's got the 878. Now this is an 878, and I've got an 878 Plus coming. I sold my 868. Ed Medeiros, he's got the 878 Plus. Oh, I'm jealous, but I'm pleased for you. Now, the 878 Plus, the killer feature, what I want is to connect to my car stereo via Bluetooth. So Ed, you've got to tell us a bit more. Have you got it working on Bluetooth in a car? So you got to tell us, Ed, have you got it working on a car stereo? Now, a friend of mine, Shannon did not get it working. Chevy Volt works very well. So does the microphone and the speaker pair up okay? Because it's no good if you've got to keep holding the radio to your mouth. That's the whole idea of it. You know, you can just talk into the microphones in the car will pick you up, basically. So, car connecting. So, anyone else got the Anytone? You know, because that's what I'm trying not to drift off subject, but not getting many people that have got the Anytone. And this is a brilliant radio. Thank you for videos showing me how to change from private to... Yeah, brilliant. Brilliant. Why do we like the Anytone? Well, I mean, I like all these radios I talk about, but you know, there's something good about all of them. You know, and I get sent radios to look at and review, and it looks like I say they're all good. But I'd just like to explain that, because I'll say to my contact at Retavis, I'll say, what have you got new? What could I have a look at, please? And they'll tell me. And I don't want to get something, because I don't get it very often. I don't want to ask for something that I'm not interested in. So, you know, I know what I'm talking about. I've done my research. I'll say, could I try the RT3S? And they'll send it. And because I've done my homework and looked into it, I'm not going to order a radio in. Well, I'm not going to say send me a radio that holds 10,000 contacts, or that is got loads of bad reviews. You know, that would be fairly pointless. Right, Andy Lyman at Moonraker. Anytone radios now special price. Well, that's a very good point. You know, Moonraker have sponsored some of my videos in the past, and I'm quite impressed by the Anytone radios at Moonraker, their pricing strategy. When the Anytone 868 first come out, it was £140. When the Anytone 878 come out, it was £199. And I can only compare this to Apple, because that's what they do. Now the new one has come out, the Anytone 878 Plus. They've made that £199, which is fantastic. And the 878 normal, which is fine for most people, that is now £169. Is that correct, Andrew? The Anytone, well, I think any DMR radios, most of them from Moonraker, are programmed up. They'll put your call sign in, they'll put the code plug in. That will save you flipping 100 hours programming it up. And you know, you can ring. I've rung them up before. I was down there and I asked him a question. I asked Chris Taylor a question and he didn't have the answer, and he rang up Yaesu direct. You know, I was very impressed by that. So any problems you've got, they can help you out. And Andy, I'll post this live stream. Send Chris Taylor a link to this, because I know he likes hearing what's going on, and you know, we're mentioning it. And I think he's still in Dayton. Is that correct? Anyway, Ed Medeiros. He's also paired the 878 Plus to a Bluetooth headset. Audio report's very good. You can use you can use the headset. Now, you know, I'm sure you've seen my 3-piece Bluetooth solution. It's a part that goes in the radio. You know, there's a Bluetooth that goes in your ear and you hold a button. And it works very well. But the one thing it doesn't do is it doesn't connect to my car stereo. It's not discoverable. So anyone new to the chat, please sign in with your call sign. Put it in the comments. Put your name, your country. Anyone new to the channel, put it all in the comments. And yeah, Race Marshall, he's ordered the 878 Plus. Yeah, that's what I've ordered. This is the 878. This is the one I'll use at home. And when I go out in the car, I'll take the 878 Plus with me, and I will use it on Bluetooth in the car. If it doesn't do it, I mean, I've got a Fiesta. In the UK, one of the most popular cars, most reliable, is the Fiesta. And if it doesn't work on that car stereo via Bluetooth, I'll be selling it. Not the car. Well, I might be, but I meant the radio. So who else has got the Anytone? Yeah, Doug. No, sorry, Dougal. Is that Dougal? Dougal Tyso. Awesome radios. Right, so Ben Garcia in Texas. Thank you for watching us in Texas, Ben. You know, this is turning out to be a very good stream. Sean, he's just called in. Hi, Chris. Sean. No, I haven't, but would love one. Yeah. John Fisher, he's thinking to dip his toe into the DMR pond. Where are you, John? Where are you, John? You know, I've got friends all around the world. I'm sure there's someone that could help you out. Eddie's a member of the Anytone Facebook group. Yeah, John's in the UK. I'm in Northamptonshire. Right, Shannon. Shannon. Just going to show John Fisher's message. His link. He put a link. I get a chance to show it or hide it. So, right. So let's talk more about the Anytone. So Shannon, my friend in the USA, he's bought the Anytone 878 Plus. So could you put in the comments, Shannon? I know you've told me, but have you got it working with your car stereo, and have you got it working with a headset? I mean, I know these answers, but these are for everyone else. So I'm just going to say hello to Frankie, Radio Vander. I don't like, that's hard to say. How do you say that? Radio Vanderland National. Hi, Chris. Sean, he's got the MD380. Yeah, the MD380, I've got that. RT3S. Yeah, it's the same to look at, but that's where the similarities end. Shannon, working with headset, but I didn't understand his message, but he told me it doesn't work with his car stereo. But he couldn't pair. He told me he couldn't pair his headset to it, so you know, he's had problems with other things in the past. Anyway, please sign in, put your name and call sign in the comments so we know who we're talking to. Is Andy Kinch still watching? My friend there, about 1 mile away. You know, I'm 2E0 UKH, he's 2E0 UKQ, and we pass together. And yeah, oh, Andy's still watching there. Good old boy. He's a good old boy. So, I mean, look, I put this picture up, this picture here, just for a bit of clickbait. You know, it can be very boring just talking about radios, facts and figures. Is anyone interested in cameras? And, you know, this is a Nikon P900. Andrew Smith, Northampton as well. Yeah, well, I'm in Kettering, Andrew Smith. Andrew M3 WUA. And we've got Andy Nicholas watching. I've got a Facebook group called FT1D, and I created that 2 or 3 years ago when I had a FT1D, and I said, is anyone selling one? He said yes. I said, I want it, but I don't want to send it to someone I don't know. And it turned out, you know, he's in the group, obviously, and he was following the channel, so he knew me, and I bought one off him. So so please sign in, put your call sign. Bloody hell, Brian is in Kettering, Ohio. I am in Kettering in the UK. So send me an email, Brian. I've been trying to contact someone on DMR for the past 5 years that is in my twin town. I'm in Kettering, in the UK. So send me an email, 2e0ukh@gmail.com, and we'll sort something out. Probably a video of Kettering to Kettering, 4,000 miles, something like that. Right. Race Marshal, he's got Canon 350D. So Mark, thank you Mark for putting your call sign in there, Morgan City. So continue to put your call signs names in the comments. Yeah, Sean, he's saying he loves these stream chats. Yeah, thank you. I mean, I think they're a bit boring. You know, not you, but you don't want to hear me talking about rubbish. You should be at M0, Chris. You do a fantastic job in reviewing radios. Yeah, thank you, Andy. But you see, the problem, if I was an M0, right, if I was an M0, Andy, what would that give me? What would be the benefit? There'd be no benefit for me at all, because I can't do HF here. Every time you double your power, you get 3 dB extra signal, which is nothing. It's barely an S point. And the one thing, it would be nice to be a repeater keeper. But I do have a repeater. It's an Echolink repeater. It's a Simplex gateway. Anyway, getting back to the Anytone, please sign in and put your call sign in the comments so we know who we're talking to, because I'll see some old friends here. And I'd also like to thank the 3 people that gave me a super chat. When you type in your comment in the comments, there's a $sign, and last time several people put, well, it was actually a few ago, the WTR browser, Billy in the UK, put a super chat in and it sends a donation to the channel. So many thanks for that. So right, not many people are talking about the Anytone, but I'm just thinking in the future, people will be watching this channel. People will be watching this stream. And there'll be nothing about the Anytone. So I'm just going to, yeah, 7-3 Race Marshal. Thanks for joining us, mate. Appreciate that. So I'm just going to do some demonstrations on the Anytone, why I like it. You know, I'm on the Anytone 878. This feature, which I'm going to show you, applies to all radios that are Anytone, handhelds, DMR, 868, 878, 878 plus. So the green light up in the top right, that tells me there's a digital signal coming through. I'm on my hotspot frequency, and I cannot hear the person I'm talking to. There's no call sign on the screen because I'm on my hotspot frequency, 439,200, and I'm not listening to the talk group that is on my hotspot, which I don't even know what it is. Now, if you don't know what the talk group is, you can enable digital monitor. You can do it in the menu. Can everyone see the text on the screen? I hope you can. Digital monitor. You go in there and you enable it. You say all the different things. You say yes to everything. Now, I've set up a long press of the P2 key. So long. Is it long press? Yeah, I think it's long press. Digital monitor single slot. That's what you'd look for that's what you'd use for a hotspot. Yeah, thanks, Sean. Because I've got a lot of visually impaired users. Now, a long press of that That's gone from VFO. A long press will do double slot, and that's what you'd use if you had a repeater. You can just go menu, digital monitor, and you can monitor all the traffic coming through on your hotspot, or if you want to use it as a scanner, you can listen to security and all sorts of stuff that's DMR related. So I'm back on my hotspot frequency, but I'm listening to Australia, which I think it's 505, and if I long press it, digital monitor double slot. So I'm on Australia, but there's no traffic. But if someone keys up on the TAC 310, which my hotspot was last on, it's on at the moment, you'll hear audio. So
this is N4DOV. Anybody on frequency for a radio check?
Yeah, you're loud and see now. Look, I keyed up.
Dan is here if you can copy.
I keyed up and I was on 505. Now, what you have to do if you're in digital monitor, you have to press the bottom left, the star button. When the green light goes out, you press it quickly. And the next time I key up, I won't go to the channel I was on. I will go back to the talk. Look, monitor reply, set success. Now, if I key up, I'm on 310. So that is a flipping brilliant feature. Andy Kinch up at 345. Okay, boss. I will look at the rest later. Okay, well, hopefully I'll upload it. There'll be no arseholes spoil it. Got 5 thumbs up. About 30 people watching, just over 30. So I've just been doing a bit of a demo there. And yeah, so I've just been doing a demo there, and I've not been up to date on the comments, so I'm just going to go back through the comments. So last comment I saw was Andy, what's his name? Frankie, Radio Vandergarden. Is my audio okay? Is my video okay? Sean, he's got the 380, yeah, Shannon. Andy Kinch, Andrew Smith, M3WUA. Anyone new watching the stream, put your call sign, put your name in the comments. Sean says he likes the streams. Shannon, he's telling me about his camera. Brian Gamble, will do. My city is named after Charles Kettering, who invented the electric car. I've heard of Charles Kettering. Andy Kinch, nothing, as you always have used low power, yeah. Sean, he's saying may do a Zello chat and then we could all talk and save your voice. Yeah, I am on Zello. I mean, Zello is about communicating. It's not amateur radio, but you can talk about any subject. So a Zello net is a good idea. And I am thinking of getting the channel. I'm going to rebrand it. You know, something like Analog and Digital Radio Adventures. And I'm also thinking of changing my icon, creating a community. So that's something I'm thinking of. So I'm just going through the comments. Lone Kazoo, N7ADV here. He's in northern Utah. Thanks for the suggestion of the new knobs of the 878. Well, what a brilliant comment. Thank you for that. Because on the Anytone, look, I mean, you can see it. Look, I've got a good camera here, good lighting. That doesn't look like much. New knobs, that's boring. But it's not, because I'm sure I'm sure, I'm just looking for his name. I've forgotten his name. Thank you for the Lone Kazoo. Thanks for the suggestion of the new knobs. It gives it a totally different feel. Absolutely brilliant. You can't describe it, but it gives it a different personality. You know, you hold the radio and it's not, you're not slipping and sliding on the controls. Andy's going 2E0 UKQ. Brian, he's on TAC 310 now. Yeah, well, you might see a call sign coming up, Brian, but I can't go on there, obviously, because I'm talking. Nicholas is on there, on TAC 310. So, oh, so I've just knocked the camera. So, Ed, always enjoy your videos and live chats, thank you. Well, you see, I think they're a bit boring. You know, it's going on about facts and figures. It can be a bit dull. I try and have a laugh, you know, have a joke, and not take it too seriously. Sean, that's why I mentioned Zello, yeah. Andrew Smith, he's saying, if you are not on your hotspot, can you listen to things you find direct, like my works QTH? And yes, you can. You've got to be in VFO mode. You've got to be in VFO mode. On my radio, I've set the P2 to go direct to VFO. And when you're in VFO, you know, as a live demo, a live example, I know it just works. If my hotspot frequency is 439,200. So I'm taking it to 439. I'm in VFO mode. If I press menu, remember I've got digital monitor selected. And I'm going to scan. When it says scan, it's not scan, it's search. It's like a scanner. So if I search, scan on and off, I'm going to set it to on. And when it goes past 200, yeah, there's no one talking. The green light just flashes, by the way. Right, being a dense bastard, I've just switched it off because I'm trying to do it one-handed. Right, so it's in VFO mode. I'm going to enable the search feature. Searching is searching up from the frequency you're on, you know, in scanner terms. Scan is scanning channels, you know. A lot of these things are labelled up incorrectly. Once you work out the differences. Look, can you see that? Look.
Came across the screen, I didn't see it.
I'm in VFO mode.
WD6DJ, and name here is Mark.
I'm in VFO mode. I might, you know, I might be using that as a scanner. I don't know what talk group, what colour code slot. So I set everything to any, and the time slot to 2. And from there, I can go into VFO mode like I've just done. You know, my only example in this location is my hotspot. I searched past it and I found it. So that's another brilliant feature. So just going through the comments. So that was to Andrew Smith. If you're on your hotspot, can you listen to things? Not if you're on your hotspot, but you can do it in VFO mode. And if you're on your hotspot, you can listen to things that are on different talk groups that are on the same frequency. Sean may bring some new people, an avenue to the hobby. Graham, I recognise that name, Graham Milne. Hi Chris, thank you for the videos. MM5ISS, and that is why I remember him, because of the brilliant call sign. Right, so Sean, he's saying, got an U in on TAC 310. Yeah, Dallas, I thought they were in Dallas. And close enough. Right, any more comments on the Anytone radios, you know, questions. It's, you know, I'm doing a couple of demos, but I'm really trying to keep it on the subject of the Anytone radios. Any questions? Any questions on the Anytone radios? If I can help you or answer them, I will. And if there are no questions, I'll just go through a few of my preferred features on the radio and show you a few demos of how you use them. So how easy are they to program, Chris? Right, they're very easy. You could switch it on. So you get it out the box, switch it on, and you could use it without a computer. You get it into VFO mode. You get it into VFO mode, type it all in, you know, like I've done on my videos, and you can just use it. I've not actually done this, but I'm thinking of doing a video. When I go to pick up my radio from Anytone next week, I'm thinking of doing a video. I'm going to go into Moonraker with a camera, buy the radio, sit in the car, set it up all in one direct, complete piece of footage so you can see how easy it is. Is that a good idea? Is Andrew Lyman still watching? Andy Lyman. Andy Smith, thanks Chris, regards, yeah. Which model would you get? Yes, that is great. Which model would I get? Well, get the one they're all good. Get the one you can afford. If you can own, if you're, you know, I mean, you don't have to buy new ones, you know. I picked up an Anytone 868. You know, I've had two of them. I got 178, 1878. I bought a second-hand one for 100 quid. 100 quid off my friend Andrew. So I'm just going to show you a couple of demos, things I've done, things that I think are great about this radio. So this radio here is an 878, and I've got Talk Alias enabled, and Talk Alias will show me people's call signs and details even if I've never ever loaded a DMR database in it. Now Richard has come up there on the screen, and I'm sorry Mark, I don't use APRS, or I'd be able to help you there. I don't, that's not something. 878 or 868, well, what is the difference? Well, it's one of the differences I'm trying to show you here. The 878 has got APRS, where it shows your location on a map, and it's also got Talk Alias with the option of fitting a Bluetooth to the 878. But now at Moonraker it's come down in price. The 878 is 1669 and the 868 is 129, so come down in price. Can you show me some? Yeah, sorry, I don't do that. I have just bought an 868. It's an amazing radio. Best purchase, regards. Yeah, thank you, Andrew Lee. He's bought one. Which is better? Yeah, that's Sean. APRS is nice. Talk Alias 2. Tempting. Yeah, the 878 or the 878 Plus does Talk Alias. Trying to get you a demo on the screen. I mean, I'm just in VFO mode because I've just found my hotspot. If I go to my channel, I've set the P2 key to go from one channel to the other. So I'm just going to take it to TAC 310. 169. Is Andy Lyman at Moonraker watching? And Andy gives me very good service at Moonraker. If there's a radio that's, I'm waiting for this radio, the 878 Plus, and I want to get it like soon as possible. And as soon as it's come in, he's gonna let me know. So I wouldn't get that service anywhere else, so I don't want to get it anywhere else. So anyway, just looking at the comments, 878 that is. I mean, they're all good. This video, I was just trying to do a video about the Anytone radios. They're all good. All of these radios, there's something good about them. But what you want is one that does everything. And that is impossible. So I'm trying to show you an example of talk alias. Can you read the text on the screen? See, all of these will they'll just show the call sign, but if it's talk alias, it says about here, it says somewhere around this level. So if it doesn't, first of all, it will check for the user database, and if it can't find that, it will bring it from the talk alias feature. Yeah, there's Shannon. He's keying up, trying to get his call sign on the screen. There's old Terry. He's a good old boy. Anyway, turn the volume down. I need some more comments, or there's nothing to talk about. So I'm going to say 7-3. If anyone's got any comments, or anyone new watching the stream, put your name, call sign in the comments. I'm just reading the last few. Ed, he's saying the 868 are a bargain. They are. There's nothing wrong with the 868. The 868, the 878. Right out the box, you can do this. Look. Long press the 0 button. Private call. I don't want a private call anyone. I want a group call. And let's say someone goes to TAC 313. Let's get off TAC 310. I press the bottom right button once. That changes it to talk group ID. Group call. And I can type in 313. Yeah, 878 has professional mode. They've all got that, actually, I think. But it might be just... There is a way to get into professional mode on any of these Anytones. But it's... Judging from your problem... So look, I'm on 313 now. You'll still see traffic on 310 because I've got a digital monitor on. If I long press P2, digital monitor off. So you'll see the green light, but you won't hear the traffic. So you can do that on the 868, the 878 and the 878 Plus. So just going through the comments, Shannon, it was a big problem till I figured it out. Yeah, well, I'd heard about this on Jason Riley's webpage. So anyway, I'll say 7-3. If anyone's got any questions, put them in the comments. But I don't want to go on because, I don't want to make this long-winded. It's not about me. I've tried to show some of the features. If anyone's got any questions, I'll answer them. So just monitoring the comments now. Yeah, Radio Vandergarden National, he's gone. Long press 0 is really handy. Well, long press 0 is really handy because You don't need to program one of the, the P2 or the P1 or the side buttons. You don't need to program them. It's not wasting a button. So I used to have P1 as change torque group, manual dial, when the same as the long press the 0. But Norman Williams told me it's built in. So that freed up a function. And now I've got P2 for VFO, long press for digital monitor, P1 for scan. So any further questions on the 868, 878, 878 Plus Bluetooth? We got a lot of people here that enjoy the radios. So just need hang time set. It's got that already, Shannon. I can't remember if I told you. What do you mean by hang time set? When you connect to a talk group, a lot of these features are only in the computer software. You've got group call, which is talk group hang time set. Right, got you. Yeah, I said this originally when I got my first one. What Shannon is talking about, when you connect to a talk group using the long press the 0 button, it does not stay connected forever. On the 380 in ad hoc mode, it will do that. Now, on the Anytone, any of the Anytone handhelds, in the CPS software, under optional settings, under digital function, there's two features: group call hang time, which is a talk group. You've done long press 0, you press the bottom right, you've changed the talk group. It only stays connected for X amount of minutes, and it's by default set to 30. No, the maximum is 30. It can be 2 or 3, 5 seconds. Some of them are in the option. What use is that? So, and there's also private call hang time. If someone calls you, you've got a window to get back to them, whether it's 5, 10 seconds or 30 minutes. That is possible. But I do think they need to increase the group call hang time. What is the battery life compared to an MD380? Well, that's a good example, because I'd say it's about the same. Perhaps a fraction less, because you've got a lot of radios on here. You've got GPS, Bluetooth on the 878 Plus. So, not far off the 380. Anyway, this stream is getting some good questions here. I'm just going to the loo, and then I'll be back in a minute and put your questions about the radio in so I can answer them, and we'll get some other people commenting. So if you want to hear yourself on the radio, I'm on TAC 310. So I'll turn the volume up, give you something to listen to.
Okay, now I'll try this again. I just changed the setting on the radio to use the GPS. It was set to a default, and the default would have been right out of the factory in China. So here we go. I'll refresh my APRS and do what it does. But thanks for that info. I would have had everybody thinking I was visiting in China this week.
It's probably the location of the factory that's in it that you were seeing.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think it was. It was the radio was reverted to the setup of the default IP or the default location. It didn't show. It didn't have the DPS as the icon. It's still coming up there. I'll have to go back and check. But thanks a lot. get it all fixed up. A3WU.
Okay, so I'm back now. I just put that on for something for you to listen to. So I'm just looking at the time. Oh, blooming heck, it's only 10 o'clock. So I've got plenty of time, but, you know, I need some questions or comments, or there's nothing to talk about. You know, it's not all about me. It's about you guys, questions, talking about radios. You know, now we're at the end of the stream. You don't have to talk about the Anytone. You can put any comments or questions you want in there. So, you know, I just put this up for clickbait, this photo. But I mean, what do we think? This is incredible. This is a Nikon P900. And I don't know if you can see it from there. I mean, I printed this out in a shop in Boots in the UK. It was about £1 to print this out, and it's not A4, it's 8x6. I mean, that's incredible. That's totally incredible. So what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start talking about other stuff at the end of my videos. You know, I'll say that's the radio section over, and I'm now going to talk about, you know, other cool stuff. Yeah, very nice pit. Yeah, I'm really impressed with that. I mean, it's a huge camera, but I can use it on some of my videos. You know, when I'm out portable, I've got a handheld. I'm talking about it. So anyway, got quite a lot of people watching. So anyone new, please put your call sign in. Just, you know, another 5-10 minutes, then we'll close it down if we don't get any comments. Put your name and your call sign and your country in the comments so we know who we're talking to. Glenn, can you confirm that it makes no sense to set up a scan list for a zone containing only talk groups? A scan list is not something I've used, but I have used it in the past, and I don't see any point in having a scan list. A scan list is like scanning talk groups. Yeah, you've got me on that one. If anyone can help Glenn, you know, if I don't know something, I'd rather say I don't know. Right, Shannon, he's got to go. I'm going to shoot off because I'm not getting many comments. I'll save this stream. Thank you to everyone that's watched the stream. Is Matthew Bamber still there? Andy Lyman, is he still there? Ed Medeiros, yeah, thank you, Ed, for joining us again. Sean, yeah, so put your 7.3s in the comments, because it helps me learn the call signs, names of people. Put your 73s in the comments. So we've got Shannon, Ed, Sean, Radio Vandergarden National. Thanks for this, Chris 73. Craig Tucker. Greetings from East Lansing. I'm not sure where that is. N9. So he's in the USA. Andrew Smith. Great live chat, Chris. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for watching. Andrew, Sean, he's saying 7.3. Good night. Glenn Kroll. Thanks, Chris. Dogsbrat. I use a scan list. So someone was asking earlier about scan list. So Dogsbrat, he uses scan list on certain zones, repeaters to scan across time slots. So the person that was asking, you know, it's gone off my screen now, obviously, but the person that was asking about scan lists, please put your question to Doug and he'll answer it. I'll give you a couple of minutes to put your question in. Doug, he's a huge fan of the channel. He will answer you immediately. If you've got a question, put your question to Doug. I'm just going to have a drink here and monitor the comments. You know, I'm not in any rush to cut it off, but I don't want it to be long-winded. We're coming up for, well, I'm 55 minutes, so that's pretty good. And from now on, it doesn't have to be about the Anytone. You know, you can talk about anything in the comments. You know, what new radios are we looking at getting? What's new out there? Things like that. I've got 2 new hotspots coming, and they're nothing you've ever seen before. So I've got 2 hotspots coming, and they're not running Pi-Star. It's not BlueStack, not Blue DV. It's not DV Mega. It's not a open spot. So that will get you intrigued. What the hell have I got coming? Yeah, yes, they are sub 100, but they might be shit. So I'll wait till I do a review of them. Enjoyed it as usual. Thank you. Yeah, thanks, Lone Kazoo. Yeah, they're £40, £42. But they might be rubbish. So I mean, you know, put your comments in the you know, put your comments in the comments section. You know, I did say it doesn't have to be about 878 or 868 now. You know, we can talk about anything. You know, I'm trying to drum up some interest, and I have just bought a hotspot. Well, I say I just bought it. It's off a crappy eBay seller. I bought it 3 weeks ago, and it hasn't turned up. It's coming from China, and I got a message on eBay, and it said it's been delivered, and it hasn't come to my house at all. That's rubbish. So I contacted them, and I said it. I've just got a message. It said it's been delivered, but it hasn't. You know, I haven't done anything wrong, but I felt guilty. I thought they might think I'm lying. Anyway, it didn't come. I contacted them, and they said, "We are so sorry. It's in another package. It's been delivered somewhere else." So I'm not a distribution centre or someone else's house. I really haven't got a clue. And I said, I'm not waiting another 2 or 3 weeks for you to send a replacement. I said, I'm not happy. And they said, as a gift, we'll send you a free one. So I should have 2 coming, hopefully. Right, so just looking at the comments, if Doug Spratt does work a lot, so he might not be able to comment. I need to replace one of my hotspots. Well, Sean, sorry, we're pie freaks. I need to replace one. What is your budget on a hotspot? And if you tell me how much you would spend on a hotspot, I'll tell you what one I would recommend. Glenn, he's scanning repeater-based talk ropes. No, it doesn't to me. But some people love it. I mean, not everyone's use case is the same. I ended up with 2 MMDVM Pi-Stars from China. Yeah, Sean. It was just a screen, so he it worked. They probably refunded him and he got a hotspot for next to nothing. If anyone's interested, in my house I've got my main DMR hotspot. I mean, anyone interested, anyone that's serious about it will have one hotspot per mode. I've got my main DMR hotspot is a Raspberry Pi 3 with a DV Mega on the top and an XD on screen. I've got it in a little case, and it's been running for about 6 months flawlessly. I mean, I turn it off every now and again using the Pi Star dashboard, using the restart command. That's my main one. Second one is in the house I've got it's a jumbo spot in a nice clear case with an OLED, all soldered up and ready to go. And in the car I use a Blue DV app on my iPhone. I'm filming this on my iPhone XR, and it connects via Bluetooth to my radio. So my workflow is I just jump in the car, I run the app on my phone, it says connected, and I click link, click DMR, select DMR, click link. So 3 presses on my phone and I'm on DMR. And if that's my Anytone in the car, I can just type in the talk group and off I go. Right, so no more than 120. Well, 120, that gives you a lot of choice. Just remind me, because I can't see all the comments off the screen, are you in the UK or USA? We're Pyra Freaks. Anyway, not got a reply from We're Pyra Freaks, but the best hotspot I have ever had is a DV Mega. A DV Mega bought from Combitronics in Netherlands, not anywhere else. And I say that for a reason. A DV Mega Shield on a Raspberry Pi 3, it just works. They're constantly updating the firmware. It's 5 years old. DV Mega Shield is 5 years old. It's £90, but you're paying that substantial amount of money because it is receiving updates. It's an absolute bargain. Bit tricky to get the updates on it because you have to solder a wire. I've done that on both of mine. But the best one, the best cheap one, is the DV Mega Shield on a Raspberry Pi 3. You can also take that shield off and put it on a BlueStack hotspot for iPhone or Android. But there's nothing wrong with a jumbo spot. If you find a good seller for the jumbo spot, that works very well. Right, just looking through the comments. We're Pyra Freaks in Maryland, USA. Yeah, I remember you saying last time. Yeah, I don't know anything about Winter's ones. I've seen them, but I've not got hands-on with them. So if Winters would like to send me one for review. I mean, I asked, has anyone seen these new hotspots from DV Mega? The white ones. They've got a white hotspot. It's got a screen on it. It's a battery. It's all self-contained. Has anyone seen those? Doug Spratt, he's not seen one. Well, you will see one when I get my... because that's what I've ordered. Not from DV Mega, but it's a different company. And I contacted DV Mega in the UK and I said, could you send me a review unit? And they totally ignored my message. You know, they probably didn't get it. I'm sure they did, but I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. They didn't get my message. I was not after a free one. You know, I'll review something and send it back to them. If any of you guys have got a radio you'd like me to look at, I'm in the UK, you know, you could send me a radio. I'd like to see a Radiodity GD77 and tell people what I think about it. You know, don't be offended if it's good or bad. And I'll send it back to you. You know, I'm not trying to get a free one, but I'm trying to get something to talk about that's interesting. And anyway, I'm going to wind the stream up. I'm just going to read the last few comments. Said Medeiros, We're Pyrofreaks was curious about some of them are duplex. Duplex hotspots are very good because you could have one time slot set as TAC 310 if that's what you want, and you could have the other time slot set as 2350 for the UK. You can have two talk groups on the go, and you can program your knob on the top of the radio, and you can go from one to the other. There's no unlinking. That'd be brilliant. Andrew Smith, where can I read more about hotspots, please? What is a DV Mega? Sorry, not up on this. Well, that's a good question. Where can you read up on it? I mean, follow my channel. I'm just trying to think of Jason Johnson in the USA, Ham Radio 2.0. He does a lot of stuff on hotspots. There's not a lot of channels I follow that know much about hotspots, but keep an eye on the channel and also go back on my channel and you'll see reviews on hotspots and stuff. Right, Andrew Smith, yeah. Lone Kazoo, I think you got my SMS message on your 878. I see the little envelope icon next to your GPS icon. Sorry, had to try it. No, really? Oh, blimey. Oh, that's great. You've done well seeing that. Because I never spotted it and didn't make a noise. I mean, does it SMS, sending a text message on DMR? Does anyone even use it? Let's just take it off this busy one. The reason I'm still got the green light is because I've got digital monitor on, and on this radio, if I long press the digital monitor off, so I won't be seeing all the call signs and stuff. But I'm curious to see how that works. I have used SMS text messaging on DMR and I've not had a lot of success. So I hope it's nothing rude. Well, I'm not really bothered. Let's have a look. Digital monitor, SMS, inbox list. Hi, Chris. Is that you? N7ADV. George. Hi, Chris. Yeah, old school is fun. You're right there. Right, so I'm just looking at the comments before I wind this up. Lone Kazoo. Well, thank you very much. Lone Kazoo, I'd like to do a video on text messaging. SMS on DMR. I must admit, I don't know a lot about it. So send me an email and we'll discuss something, probably a demonstration video. 2e0ukh@gmail.com. Send me an email and we'll sort something out. So, right, just winding down the stream. Andrew Smith, where I work, it is used to allocate tasks. Chris, do you find that on TAC 310 and Worldwide 91 having to turn the digital monitor on and off? No, but I have found a different solution. You are talking about the two busiest talk groups, and what I do, I'm just trying to bring it up on the screen. I'm on New Zealand. I'll take it to TAC 310. Hold on, TAC 310. So what I do, if TAC 310 is, if someone's cut out, I'll take it up a channel and then down a channel, and I don't know how it works, but it gives the digital, this is digital, it gives the digital stream to the talk group. It interrupts the problem, so you go up one, back down one, and it suddenly works again. Right, sometimes people show on the Pi Star and not on my 878. N1 UFO, hi Chris, from Brooklyn, New York. Yeah, N1 UFO. I'm not sure if you saw me, I was speaking to Jason Johnson, Ham Radio 2.0, on the YouTubers channel, on, room, on K6UDA's stream. And I saw you on there talking to Jason. I don't think you heard me on there. But I've spoken to you before, and we were talking to Mike. We were talking about Mike. What was it? What's this? A YouTube channel. Videos by Mike. And he's a friend of yours, I know. Anyway, 7.3. I don't want this video to be too long. Thank you to everyone that's took part. 7.3. 2E0. Hold on a minute. Look, there's Talk Alias there working. This guy has not got Talk Alias. Michael. But the station he's talking to has got Talk Alias. And it takes a while. Look at that pause. And at the bottom, it's not Talk Alias, it's Talk Alias. Right, lot of information to take in, but it's all very interesting. Right, 7.3, 2E0 UKH. I'm going back to standby. I'm going to have a listen on TAC 310. Actually, I'm going to have a listen on TAC 313. If anyone wants to call me, I will be on TAC 313. 7.3, 2E0 UKH. Back to 313.